RWBY, RWBY, RWBY. Ha ha!
Here we are once again.
Yes.
uh,
Gemstone jokes.
yes. Well, here we are once again, ladies and gentlemen, with RWBY Volume 4, Chapter 5, Menagerie.
Yep.
Menagerie, the island where the faunus have been relocated.
Yep. to the back of a goldfish.
Yeah, to pretty much the back of a goldfish.
Yep.
So, in all honesty, this is a place that we've heard about. We've seen lore about, but we haven't really seen. We haven't seen, and plus, we've seen faunus in a mostly human world, in the mostly human world of Vale, and throughout Remnant, but never have we seen majority faunus over humans. So we have the episode queued up here, and shall we get started, gentlemen?
Let's fire it up.
Let's fire it up. Fire it up! Okay. Rooster Teeth first. This ain't Rooster Teeth first. Wait a minute. Is this YouTube? Is this real? What's going on? Oh, God. My head hurts.
I about made a joke there, and I didn't. That was when they...
I still totally think the dragon is like frozen. It looks like he's singing into a microphone, like
You're not wrong.
American Idol style.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
He's fabulous.
Fabulous! Oh, man. What are you doing? Bye. Man, okay. For Yang probably being my favorite character, seeing her this way, it hurts.
Yep.
Because I love Yang, dude. Yang's I'll say Yang is my favorite character. Oh gosh. Adam. Asshole.
Yep.
Jesus.
Well, he's getting sword and board figured out pretty good.
Sword and board.
Hey, look, sword and board is tried and true. Man.
Yeah, sword and board is really good.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think they had to take shields out of Bloodborne?
Damn, you're right.
Thing is, though, shields make people passive.
Instead, now you just have a gun.
Now you just have a gun.
It's like, shield, crap, gun, bang.
Yep, there you go. Yep.
Whoa! Dude, tubular.
That sounds like fun.
Huh?
All right.
Michael's from Jersey.
You know, actually,
I wonder what the people are with like the scales on their face there.
I think they're faunus as well.
Well,
I mean, yeah, but
like what is it like?
Like
Is it like a horny toad?
yeah.
Desert lizard thing? Or?
And actually, have we seen any bird
This is
faunus?
the one place
I
everyone
don't
can
think so.
feel
That'd be
safe,
super sweet though.
no
Got a
matter
pair of
who
wings.
or what they
Right?
are.
Or, oh, what if you just had like a beak? Yeah, like what's that?
Yeah.
Like a horny toad.
Sure is
Yep.
crowded, huh?
Wonder if it can
Yes.
spit poison from its eyes.
Yes, it is.
Like a toad. Thank you, Dan McNinja. Dan freaking McNinja.
Always
Yeah.
so cramped.
Well, when you try and take an entire species and put them on an island that's 2/3 desert, yeah, it tends to be cramped.
Okay, you could
What?
like super see
You guys
her
have
human
that much
set of
more
ears.
space?
Like they're not
Oh,
even
yeah.
trying to hide it.
A little
Yeah.
desert never hurt anyone.
It's not like the desert in
But the fact is that
the wildlife here is more dangerous than most of the regions.
she gets to emote a lot more
So
because
they
her
give us
ears
a
are out
terrible
now.
island in the corner of Remnant to try and shut
It
us
still
up.
freaks me out. I mean, I know it's like a
That's
joke to him
pretty good
now,
summary,
but like
yeah.
Huh.
used to they're hidden behind her hair better, but she
Jerks.
obviously has 4 ears and it freaks me out.
We've tried to make the best.
Still
of
freaks
things.
him out.
Well, I bet she uses more.
Whoa.
She uses more of them than most people use their regular
This
ears.
And
is
you know what?
Kuwana.
There's probably someone out there with some like unfortunate genetic condition where they have like 4 ears, and I just really hurt their feelings.
Yeah, you probably
I
did.
take
And I'm
it all
sorry.
Who
back.
cares, dude?
This place looks
Honestly,
great.
if it
Why would anyone
if it
ever
weirds
wanna
you out,
leave?
say something about it.
That's not the
But
point,
it's not.
son.
But it's not
We
upon you
asked to be
to
equal,
kindle,
to be treated just like
kindle
everyone
to
else.
everyone out there. I mean,
Instead, we
honestly.
were given an island and told to make do. So we did the best we could.
The architecture
We
is
came
beautiful.
together and
though.
we
Okay,
made
the
Very.
a
rabbits
home
freak
where
me
any
out
of us
worse.
could feel welcome.
Yeah, the architecture is
But
very
this
Polynesian.
island,
Yeah.
Very
this
mix of
town
Polynesian and
always
Chinese
be a
architecture.
reminder that we're still not equal. That we're still second-class citizens.
Well, hey. This guy's feeling pretty
See, that guy's not even
admirable.
trying. He doesn't have any hair to cover his ears. They're all out there.
Yeah.
All right, time to go home.
Oh, yeah? Which one's
Yeah,
yours? Can you see it from here?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Is it that one? What about that tiny one down there?
A tiny one.
Paint job.
Rude.
It's
The big one.
I
Yep.
knew it.
Yep.
Yep. I feel like
Gavin.
Like no, it's like Michael's face. That's the thing. This is just Michael.
Just where he's got like abs.
Michael.
What is it?
I was just gonna say with a tail, but
Oh.
I don't know about
it's
Michael
just been
Jones.
a long time since I've seen my parents.
Well, you came all this way.
Should be happy to see you.
Yeah,
Knock knock. What knockers?
that is
Oh,
intimidating.
thank you, Doctor.
Okay, if we're being honest,
sorry,
that's
Young
kind of
Frankenstein
intimidating.
joke.
It's a great movie.
It's really good.
Blake?
Hola, madre.
Hi, Mom.
They're doing such a good job with the
ears.
emoting. Yes, it's really good.
Aw.
My baby girl.
Go on, reciprocate. There you go.
Yeah. You don't have to be scared.
It's your mother. No,
That's a big man.
big, McLarge, huge.
Stump Chunkman,
Gristle McThornbody.
Bob Johnson.
Oh, wait.
Hello. He followed me home.
We were horrified when we heard the news. The Kingdom of Vale wasn't perfect, but it certainly didn't deserve what happened. We were both so worried.
Please, I knew she'd be fine.
That isn't the slightest bit true. You should have seen him pacing.
You guys have nothing to worry about. I've seen your daughter in action before, and trust me, she's got some moves.
Choose your words carefully,
What exactly
Mr.
do you
Wukong.
mean by that, Mr. Wukong?
Hi.
Well, you see, sir, it's just that, she's such a good
He went a little squeaky there.
As a fellow fighter, I have a lot of respect
Why is he here again?
but also for her.
He just kind of followed me home.
I see.
You can keep him.
She's definitely above average.
Way above average.
You should just say your daughter is a very capable fighter.
Yep.
That's what you need to
This
say.
tea is really
Choose your words.
good.
Thank you.
I like him.
Shut up, Mom. It's always the mom. Yeah, the mom always likes them, and the dad's always just like,
Gira.
just like
Give me a
ultra
moment.
Wait.
judgmental.
Gira?
Gira.
Bagheera?
Yeah, Bagheera from Jungle Book. Very nice. Very nice.
Now we're
Here's just
talking.
Poor timing.
I'm pretty sure it's
He
like
can
standard
reschedule.
dad protocol to
It's
hate
just been
any
hard
boy that
dealing
hangs
with
around your daughter.
Because none of them are ever good
Telling
enough.
who?
Elena's dad never figured that out.
The
I
White Fang.
guess. I still expect him to hate
What?
me 4 years in.
Dad!
See
And
White's
he's-
Fang.
Fine.
Blake, what's wrong?
Hello.
They're Jehovah's Witness.
Miss Belladonna.
We had no idea.
Do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior, Cat Jesus?
What are you doing talking to
Cat
these
Jesus.
people?
This is Corsic and Fennec
You said Cat Stevens?
They
Cat
represent
Cat
the White
Jesus.
Fang
I said
here in
Cat.
Manila.
I was like,
That Cat Stevens would have been better.
Those are
Or Cat
here
Dennings.
too?
Young man.
I
I'm
would
not sure
pray
what
to
you've
that
heard
every
of our
day.
organization.
Just
Anyway.
just
Sure
joking.
you
Well,
were not
I
nearly
like
as
Cat Dennings.
ferocious
She's a very
as the
beautiful
media
woman.
would have you believe.
What we've heard? We've seen firsthand. Your fanatics slaughtered people.
You have time
What
to talk
is
about our
she
Lord and
talking
Savior,
about?
Bobcat Goldthwait?
Precisely
Good.
what we came to
Sorry.
discuss with you, Your Grace.
Wait.
Is everything all right?
Wait, you guys seriously don't know?
No, what?
Tell him.
Tell him.
The
Tell 'em the
White
truth.
Fang was at the fall of Beacon. They attacked innocent civilians, and they released Grimm into the school.
Is this true?
Sadly, Your Grace, it is.
Don't act like you're
That's enough. Explain yourselves.
Though it pains us to admit, it has become apparent that the Vale branch of the White Fang is no longer operating under orders of High Leader Kong. Rather, they've elected to follow the rule of one
King Kong.
Adam Taurus. I believe you're all familiar with the young adept and his extreme philosophies.
You know, Beacon wasn't the first time the Fang started shooting up Vale.
The High Council had their suspicions of a splinter group, but they could prove nothing until this latest incident.
Incident? People are dead.
And it is a tragedy.
Your Grace, we came to
Yeah, you
assure
seem
you
really
that Brother
shook up
Taurus
about
and his
it.
followers do not represent the will of the White Fang.
And how can I be
always
sure
say
of
that.
Yep.
We understand
This
if
sect
you
of the
bear
Catholic
any
Church does not
skepticism
reflect
towards these claims.
the
White
that of
Fang's
the Vatican.
tactics are
Yes.
admittedly more
Yes,
aggressive since
whatever.
you stepped down as High Leader and became Chieftain of Menagerie. But this is no way to make our message heard.
We have ample documentation from the council meeting, as well as several strategies to apprehend and punish these strays if you'd care to review them.
I will, but another day. I'd like some time to reconnect with my daughter.
But of course, Your Grace.
We completely understand. It was a pleasure to see you again, young Blake.
We were saddened when we heard of your departure from the White Fang, but understand if you can no longer support our cause.
It is a wearying fight, after all.
Who says I'm done fighting?
If you ever do wish to return, you need merely to come find us.
Sister Ilya would be elated.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Just close the door right in their faces.
Yeah. The Finnick Fox
So
guy?
those guys were creepy.
Well, that's fox and like a wolf, I think.
Oh,
really
the
don't
Finnick
like
Fox guy? His ears?
Yeah. I really
Did you
don't
notice
like you.
Did you notice how little he emoted?
Yeah. It's like it's like
An interesting development.
He's
wouldn't
acting.
You say?
Interesting indeed.
So, shall we inform Brother Adam?
We shall.
oh boy.
Yep. Hello. Hello,
Hola.
nice lady. Who are you?
She's the one that brought
Oh yeah,
top
she's
shelf
one-
liquor
Crow.
to Drunkle Crow.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Butts.
I was hoping you could help me find someone.
You can't even tone down the creepy for 5 seconds. I love it.
No. Well, of course you can't. Look at the guy.
He's clearly chaotic evil.
That guy.
Oh, yeah, dude. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
That dude's straight up chaotic evil.
Phew. Jesus.
Woo.
All right. So. Wow.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Well, that was a heck of a thing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, so Menagerie. Okay, I equate what's happened with the faunus equivalent to that of what happened with the Native Americans in the reservation.
Right.
They gave them land, shitty land. Very shitty land. I mean, it's as a matter of fact, I think it was George Lopez who said it the best. It's like okay. They're taking the Native American chiefs out to find new land. It's like, what about this place? It's got good water sources. It's got good water sources. You know, the crime's a little bad, but we can deal with that. No. That's where the black people are going to be. And it's like, what about here? What about here? It's a little bit better. No. It's East LA. That's for the Latinos. And then they're like, oh God, it's hot. What can we? It's hot. We can't grow anything in the fields out here. Oh, this is horrible. There you go. And now things have gotten better. I mean, actually, because of the casinos, the natives have actually been able to buy back some fertile land for to kind of pay back for everything being taken away. But at the same time, I think that's what I'm equating what's happened to the faunus the most. You know, just like forced relocation. I know, Micah, you have a few ideas of you probably have more knowledge of forced relocations to some degree. I mean, you've spoken about them previously.
Who do what?
Oh God.
All right, Nate. I'm gonna give you some time to take your foot out of your mouth here.
What? He's talked about them.
Talking about what force really? Like the Japanese internment camps under FDR or something?
Yeah,
or?
Japanese internment camps. Also,
just took away their homes and
also the potential relocation of former slaves by Abraham Lincoln. I mean, you've.
Oh well, yeah. That was kind of the whole Monroe Doctrine thing. I mean, they were planning on sending, slaves to Africa.
Yeah, Liberia, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Liberia.
So yeah, you've talked about that.
This just in, Lincoln was actually racist.
There you go. Well, it doesn't surprise me. Not much surprises me anymore, especially when it concerns Abraham Lincoln.
FDR also racist.
Yeah.
You know who was a super racist? Woodrow Wilson.
Oh my gosh, man! No. The man. Okay,
that guy was a jerk.
The man called the violent branch of the KKK heroes. He called the violent branch of the KKK heroes. I'm sorry, what? Huh? That's the leader. That's the leader of the United States. Wow. But based upon what we've seen in Menagerie, it's a little overcrowded.
Yep.
A little overcrowded, and whilst they say that there's a lot of land on the island, 2/3 of it is desert. Yeah, there's, if you find an oasis out in the middle of that desert, I mean, heck, there's a place for you to potentially locate some people.
Okay, so was it just me, or did a fair number of the houses look to be raised off the ground somewhat? As if, as if they were expecting, frequent.
Yeah, islands and stuff. I mean, hurricanes and things like that. Makes sense.
Well, houses on stilts was often the thing.
Yeah,
it was often a thing in Polynesia. Like, I think, I think it was Samoa that it's like law if you are so within such amount of distance of the coast, you have to have your house elevated off the ground to a certain degree. I think that's common law in Samoa, which Samoa's a beautiful place, and plus, how many people live there? Like 80 some odd thousand, or
I have no idea.
I don't know,
but yeah, the architecture very reminiscent of Polynesian societies, and also some Chinese architecture thrown in there as well. I mean,
all right, so scramble me.
Oh God. Okay.
So, this episode we've found out a fair bit here. So we know that Blake's dad was the former leader of the White Fang.
And the White Fang is still a super disappointment because it's still one-dimensional.
Yeah, kind of. We now know that High Leader Kong apparently doesn't approve of all this, but I'm sort of wondering if he's the only one that disapproves.
Right. Well, it's like we had Blake, who was sort of wistful about the thing. She defended the White Fang, or at least some of the ideology, to Weiss.
Mm-hmm.
And she had Adam's picture that she drew in her notebook. And then you saw Adam had a lot of compassion for his troops when Cinder was like, I kill them all if you don't work for me. So he's like, okay, calm down. And so I was kind of expecting a little bit more empathy to come into play, but then Adam actually shows up, and he's just a dirtbag, like completely like one-dimensional villain. And so I don't really understand why Blake was like had mixed up feelings there. And then you see her dad, who used to be a former leader in it. You're like, he seems like a reasonable guy.
He seems like a decent chap.
But then like these guys, they're talking, and then turns out they're working for Adam, and they're all sneaky. And I don't know. I just
Opus Dei, anyone?
I was just kind of expecting a little bit more subtlety with the White Fang.
So now that is one interesting thing. We saw very little emotion, and I know I'm focusing on the ears, but they've shown that they can really, really emote with the ears.
Right.
Like that the animation team can really do that, which makes me think that they made a point not to emote with him, which suggests sociopath, psychopath somewhere in there.
Sure. Or, well, I mean,
you know,
maybe. Well, obviously they're bad guys, but they did look like they're dressed like some kind of priests. And,
right.
It is very common in Eastern philosophy to avoid attachments, both material and emotional.
That's also true. Yeah.
So it could have been they were just bad dudes that don't care, or it could have been like some kind of, you know, philosophical front where they avoid emotion because they talk pretty monotone.
They did.
Yeah, like druids almost. Yeah. Actually, some druids don't even talk at all.
And so, let's see. We've also found out Gira really doesn't like Sun.
Right.
Well,
which
typical
is going
father
to be
syndrome.
See, all right.
Let's
see, you
hope he
say
never
that.
meets Jean.
I've ran into it, dude.
Woo.
Girls I've gone out, like women I've gone out with, their dads are very, very defensive and apprehensive of acceptance.
Well, okay, look.
It's like my daughter chose you, but I didn't.
Here's the thing. So my relationship with Elena, that's the first relationship either of us have ever had. Her dad asked her, you know, should I threaten him with a shotgun or whatever? And, and she said, you know, Ben would probably just think that's cool. He and I are kind of bros. Like,
well, there you
like
go.
we make terrible jokes back and forth, and it's like, you
well,
know,
and
I
4 years of that.
It was like that from, you know, I'd say about the 4th or 5th time I met him. I'm like, what? And I'm still shocked. It's like, he doesn't hate me. What? Really? And I still say to him, I'm like, seriously, why don't you hate me? I don't get it. And he's like, I mean, I can try to hate you. And I'm like, no, it's just.
I got some good news. I'll tell y'all after we're done recording.
Ooh,
but
news time.
I like this. I like the the world building that we are getting. You know, with Menagerie and, you know, showing more faunus. Yeah, I'm just loving this ultra diverse cast that they're creating. Not just in the main characters or the secondary or tertiary characters, but just the passerbys as well. The passerbys get you asking questions. Like Micah was asking the question, is like the ones with the scales on their faces. What kind of faunus are they?
Yeah.
And you see when
horny
they're
toads.
Yeah, well, yeah, horny toads probably.
I don't know.
So that's awesome that they're able to do that. I mean, they've come a long way since the first season, where everyone who wasn't a main or a secondary character
was a black shadow. That was one of those characters.
Yeah, and they assessed that, and they touched on that in RWBY Chibi,
which shows
quite
good.
Which shows that, you know, they're
self-aware. Yeah,
they're self-aware and they can accept it. And now that they have the ability and the means and the money to do this, it just makes me feel even better about this series. All right, I've gushed enough. Y'all got anything else to add? Or?
They have too many ears.
Too many ears. Too many ears. Too many ears.
Right, I can't be the only one. I mean, Blake's not so bad, but like the one guy with the bunny ears where they're like super huge and he didn't have anything covering his ears, like it's strange.
Dude, just let it happen.
It's a world. It's a fictional world, dude.
Yeah.
There's gonna be things that don't make sense. I mean, hell, Alice in Wonderland doesn't make any friggin' sense at all, but I love the shit out of it. Not the Johnny Depp movie, Alice in Wonderland. I'm talking about the animated.
Well, I mean, next thing you'll be telling me is, well, pelvises aren't vestigial.
All right, everyone. All right, everyone.
He's gonna bite that finger off me, so
once again, thank you all for tuning in to this episode of RWBY. This was RWBY Volume 4, Chapter 5, Menagerie. Check out the original video down below in the description. Don't forget to show love to Rooster Teeth by going to roosterteeth.com and joining up with Rooster Teeth first, so that way you can see the next episode, which will be available next week on YouTube. So I guess for this edition of RWBY Tuesday, that's going to do it. Signing off for the Renegades, I'm Nate.
I'm Ben.
Asking for it.
And we will see you later, everyone. Peace out.
Man, messing with you is fun.
I was asking for that one.
You are.
You're a monster.
Yeah.